Cloris need to do a promotional. Okay, this piece was inspired by Miss Betty Wright. Anybody that knows me knows that I love Miss Betty Wright. And this piece was inspired by After the Pain. How many of y'all know the Betty Wright song After the Pain? Let me hear show of hands. After the Pain. Well, I was listening to After the Pain, and there was one line that just kept playing in my mind over and over. And that line was,
don't blame Mr. Charlie. Mr. Charlie is just a man, and he's doing the best he can. I heard him say, don't blame Mr. Charlie. Mr. Charlie is just a man, and he's doing the best he can.
The best he can. Doing the best he can. But doing the best he can doesn't always constitute a real man. See, 9 times out of 10, Mr. Charlie is not doing the best he can. He's merely meeting your lowered expectations. You see, Miss Betty Wright enticed us into believing that having a piece of man is better than having no man at all. But with all due respect to Miss Betty, I beg to differ, y'all. You see, it is that philosophy that has enabled these brothers to rate us as second best. We've become gluttons for neglect. Instead of demanding, they step up to the plate and come correct. What we as women don't seem to understand is that the height of our standards is what makes the man. If the height of our standards is not greater than, we'll keep getting in return what is less than a man. Hence the phrase, behind every great man is a great woman. He is to be superior but must not make us feel inferior. He is not to be Sancho. A real man will be the head honcho. You see, we say we want happiness, but complacency will suffice. We claim to have Dom Perignon taste, but will settle for a Schlitz malt liquor on ice. And we've been brainwashed into believing that if he knew better, well then he'd do better. And yes, we've also been told that we're only what a man makes of us. But see, we deserve to ride in a limo, but would much rather wait on the metro bus. Our bloodlines have been infected with diseases such as what we don't know won't hurt us plague and leave well enough for lone itis that has spread progressively, much like the human immunodeficiency virus. So ladies, when we finally meet that God-fearing man that's man enough to kneel down and take our hand, just know that if we exude the credentials of none other than a queen, the reciprocity we receive will be the loyalty of a king. So sisters, before we lower ourselves to male bash and baby daddy thrash or even Lorena Bobbitt that ass, please take heed to the fact that until we search our souls and come to terms with the depths of our own wealth, don't blame Mr. Charlie. Look in the mirror and commence to blame your goddamn self. Thank you. DBMC Productions, baby. Can you dig it?
I know you know it's true. After all I've been through, I should be through with the love, but there's a God up above that keeps saying, Cloris, try, don't give up, you know the sun is gonna shine, 'cause you are mine, oh mine, you just keep doing your best, and I will do the rest. love you, Cloris, yes I do. Doing the best that he can, being that I allowed him to continue to fuck me. I mean, wouldn't you? Continue to fuck me if I allowed you to? So when he claimed his marriage license was soon to expire, I allowed him way too soon to be the fork poking as we laid up, and we call that spooning, hoping that one day he would take my hand and jump over the moon. Mind was so messed up that I'd allow him to visit even if for a minute. Okay, well maybe it was 45, being that he told her he was headed to the store, yet under his breath he said, I'm about to go put it down on this whore. Lay that beautiful ass down and assume the position. And being that his dick was already rock hard, he quickly fell into my most prized possession. Much like a key into a Range Rover's ignition. You see, that key would turn me on until my neighbors probably heard me moan as he rode that ass into the sunset. Oh, that's just body heat, but that's a bet that he'll do all the things you want him to do. He'll travel downtown, utilizing his tongue like the earth spinning on its axis. It goes around and around, much like a circular manipulation as he gives you stimulation through his penetration and a pound of his aggression. Realizing that the goal is the sound of the cracking of a nut, and we call that ejaculation. Oh, what? You think you're gonna win? No, baby girl. You can pull on the handles of that slot machine all night long, hoping to prolong that silver tray of emptiness. I mean, he may let you hit a couple of numbers or two with the hopes that one day you'll win, but haven't you ever heard the saying, Vegas wasn't built on winners? So before you go pulling on the handle to that slot machine, remember, before you came, someone else filled this machine, and when you leave, someone will fill it once again. That void. So when you hear the sound, chingling, chingling, or is it dingling, dingling? This is the golden rule that you must always remember. She's the one that's married to him. And despite the bullshit life he talks about he's living, he's still there. So when you hear the sound, chingling, chingling, I mean, she may continue to dish him bullshit, but she's the one that's wearing the carrot that he's dangling. And we call that the wedding ring. Can you taste the room? DBMC Productions, baby.
Thank you. Look at you. Shut it out.